I've been brought in from the Metropolitan Police to lead a review into the investigation of the murder of Alice Monroe. He had things entirely under his control, which leads me to think that this was not his first murder.
Go back to your review, Stella. I don't want the two murders linked.
Failure to see that crimes are linked is the thing that will allow the killer to strike again. Do you think her hair's been clipped? Where? There. This is the third murder in 3 months, Jim. If we don't stop him, he will kill again.
Excuse me, is this your purse?
Oh, thank you so much. There's been a shooting. The detective we saw near the Falls Road on Sunday night.
James Olsen was a married man, Stella.
You were a married man when you spent a night in my bed. He clearly has a victim type. They are not victims of chance, they are victims of choice. It's possible that he's out there stalking his next victim now.
There's someone to see you, ma'am. Rose Stagg, a friend of Professor Reed Smith.
I spent years interviewing the victims of rape. I don't think anyone ever felt worse after talking to me about their experiences.
I have something terrible to confess. I've been having an affair.
I called you to say it's over.
It won't be over until I stop you.
You had your chance. Now it's too late.
We have an e-fit from Rose Stagg.
Could he really look like that?
Ma'am, Annie Brawley has regained consciousness.
Let's try something different. If you were on the other side of your bedroom, standing by the window, what would you have seen?
Me on the bed. And behind me. I was on my side at first. Tied up.
What else? Can you see him clearly?
No.
That's okay. Let's take a step back. Earlier that night, you had dinner with your brother. Do you remember what Joe had to eat? Do you remember what you ordered?
What are you doing?
Once upon a time, this worked for me. You snap the band on your wrist when your thoughts and feelings overwhelm you.
Is that mine?
Yes. It's been brushed for prints. They only found yours. You'll see some of the pages are dusty. Some people find writing useful. Putting down thoughts, whatever they may be. Reading the entries you made might help.
I'm sorry. I want to remember, I really do.
I know.
My diary was in a drawer in my bedroom.
Yes.
He was waiting for me in my bedroom. If he was wearing gloves, he could have read it and not left any prints.
Yes.
Do you think that he read it?
Yes.
I know it's hard for everyone because I look the same. The same as I did before. But I'm not the same.
Hello? Hello? Hang on. Hang on, I've got bad signal. Hello?
Daddy.
Livy?
Daddy.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
You okay?
Yes.
It's the middle of the night. Why aren't you asleep?
I can't sleep.
Why, darling?
I'm really worried, Daddy.
What about?
My dollies. I left them behind. All of them. When Mummy, me and Liam left Scotland.
What did you leave behind?
All of my dollies.
Where did you leave them?
In the bath, I think. Haven't you seen them?
No,
Haven't you had a bath in all that time?
it hasn't been that long.
Nearly a whole week.
We have a shower downstairs.
The thing is, I really need them. Can you bring them when you come home?
I'm not sure when that's going to be, darling.
Why?
It was Mummy decided to go home, not me.
I need them, Daddy. I really do. Please, Daddy. Please.
Jesus. Oh. Don't you announce yourself?
I thought that I was expected.
I wasn't sure that you'd come. Nice shoes.
Is that why I'm here? To amuse you?
I always thought of him as stalking victims, calculating the risks, planning it all out. Very controlled, calm, cold-blooded. The killing of Joe was different. It was impulsive, bloody, hot-blooded. If we didn't know it then, we certainly know it now, that he's driven by huge amounts of rage.
So, we have an eyewitness who can't quite bring herself to recall the face, masked or unmasked, of the man who did all this.
It's a question of unlocking her. She's traumatized, grief-stricken. She just needs more time and more professional help.
It's been 10 days, Stella. We're running out of time.
And money. I had this drawn up for the policing executive tomorrow. Emergency funding to support the investigation.
$1.8 million?
Well, perhaps you can take a look at the figures on the way home.
We need to make some kind of announcement soon. Indicate some kind of progress, allay fears, some good news.
I know.
Where's your car? I'll walk you.
In those shoes? I'm fine.
Is this your car?
It is. And I'd like him to get off it.
What are you doing here?
I want all of you to move away from my car.
What's the difference between James Olsen and a black cab? Black cab can take 5 in the back.
What's your name?
What's that got to do with you, little Bo Peep, who's lost her shit? Don't come back here again. Do you hear me? You're not welcome.
Mummy. Mummy. I've made you a cup of tea.
You know you're not supposed to boil the kettle.
I haven't.
It's lovely.
When Daddy's back, I'll make him one too, but with sugar.
Detective Superintendent Gibson, would you like to make a comment on the piece in today's Belfast Chronicle?
Are the reports that the surviving victim is helping police with her inquiries true?
They are.
Are you prepared to meet Mrs. Olsen face to face to discuss your alleged affair with her husband?
I almost didn't recognize you.
Really?
Why are you wearing that?
Same reason you're wearing that.
Yours is a Met uniform.
I'm a Met officer. At least I was the last time I checked. Thought I should look as unfeminine as possible, given this morning's chronicle.
It hasn't worked. Just to warn you, Monroe's spoiling for a fight. A strong possibility he'll push for a 28-day review into the progress of the task force.
You're joking.
What? Well, you think you're above such procedures?
Who would do it?
Well, we'd find someone.
What do you want?
Cappuccino. 2 regular cappuccinos, please. Sally. Sally. Sally, did you not hear me calling you?
I'm late for work.
What's wrong?
What's wrong?
I don't understand.
Don't you?
No.
I know everything.
What are you talking about?
Paul confessed, Kitty. There's no need to cover for him.
Confess to what?
Your affair. Your 3-month underage affair.
What?
In my house, under my roof, in my bed, for all I know, while my children were sleeping.
This is bullshit. What did he say about us?
Us? Jesus.
Whatever he's told you, he's lying.
Why would he lie about something like that?
I don't know.
Just leave my family alone.
There's been no affair. What happened is he attacked me.
What?
That night you left us alone in the study. I'd come over to listen to music. He took the opportunity to attack me, pin me to the floor, climb on top of me.
Enough!
You have no idea who he is or what he's like. Ask him about the lock of hair. What's going on?
Bitch! You have one message. I just bumped into your girlfriend. You need to get your story straight. According to her, there's been no affair, just some kind of sexual assault. Jesus, Paul, what did you do to her? Did you rape her? In your study while the kids were sleeping? She seems to think she knows you better than I do. I don't know, maybe she does. This is also humiliating. I want you to just stay away, Paul, okay? From me, from the kids. I want...
Yep.
Marion Kay's in the conference room, ma'am.
Thanks.
I was thinking, ma'am, that I should go back into uniform.
Really?
If you can spare me.
I can't.
Thank you, ma'am.
Tell me why.
I've often wondered why you took me off the street in the first place.
What do you think?
Because I was struggling to deal with what had happened, because I couldn't stop myself from shaking.
They go around rescuing patrol cops who are disturbed by what they've seen. I don't think so. It was totally selfish. I was new. I wanted someone by my side, someone I felt I could trust. I was impressed by your honesty at the scene.
I think I've learned a lot. I think I can put it to good use on the street.
Cheating death, fighting for truth and justice.
Something like that, yeah.
I'll think about it.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sorry, I have nothing new to tell you. How's your father bearing up?
That's what everyone always asks me first. How's Daddy? Really pisses me off. All the cards, all the letters of condolence, they were all addressed to Dad.
Yes, of course. Sorry. How are you?
It's the right first question. I know it is. Fathers aren't supposed to bury their daughters. But I can't remember a time in my life when Sarah wasn't there. There were so many if-onlys. If only she hadn't turned the police away. If only the locksmith had changed the back door straight away. If only I had just made her come and stay with us. I just wish I could think about something else. For 5 minutes even. But there is so much stuff all the time in the papers, on the television. And it is always Alice's picture. It's never Sarah. Today's paper even got her age wrong.
It's just to do with Alice's name, I think. The Monroe connection, the fun that's been set up.
I worry because there's a number of victims. Sarah's lost her identity a bit.
Not for me.
Yeah. Rose Stag is cried off. Pressure of work.
All right.
The train on platform 2 is the Larne Harbour to Belfast Central service, calling at Larntown, Glyn, Macroom, Ballycurry, Whitehead.
Rose, I really need to see you today.
I'm sorry.
I have so much work on.
The interview you gave was informal. I took notes, but
I really need to get every last bit of information from you if I can. Recorded, video, transcribed.
I know. As I told you, when I met Peter, I already had a boyfriend.
yes,
The boyfriend was Tom, who became my husband.
I presumed that. And you never told him what happened.
No. I had bruises all over my neck, really bad headaches. My voice was hoarse. So I simply stopped seeing him.
Rose, I understand it will be a difficult conversation. But there are bigger issues.
I know.
Hello?
I'm here.
Talk to him tonight. Come and see me tomorrow.
I can come in at noon.
I'll see you then.
He's written and he's phoned. He derives pleasure, it seems, from involving himself in the investigation. And for that reason, I'd like to maintain the 24/7 monitoring of my old private phone in the hope that maybe he will call that number again. What kind of response to the composite likeness?
The Rose Staggy fit. Good. And the fact it's from 8 or 9 years ago has caused a degree of confusion. Could he now be fat? Could he now be bald?
And he's definitely not fat.
Do you think that looks like me?
Wee bit, maybe.
May I?
Go ahead.
What about now?
Bit more now.
You think it's safe for me to go back to Belfast?
Don't think you've got anything to worry about.
Do you live in the city?
I do. In South Belfast. 2 streets away from one of the girls that died.
Do you live alone?
Yeah? How about you?
No. No, I'm traveling back to my wife and 2 kids.
Oh.
The only possible excuse for a grown man to be traveling with 4 dollies in his bag. You're blonde. All the other girls have been dark, haven't they?
Actually, I'm not.
Not what?
Blonde.
What do you mean?
It was dark until all this started happening.
You're kidding.
There. Proof.
I never would have guessed.
As we know, offenders tend to commit crimes in areas that they're familiar with. The first kill usually takes place closest to that anchor point, near a residence or a place of work.
If we look at the spatial relationships between the crime scenes, it suggests the offender lives in the University Quarter or Raven Hill, traveling to and from the crime scenes on foot.
And that would make the attack on Annie in the Shankill an aberration of sorts.
Presumably somehow identified her as a potential victim. Young, dark, attractive, educated, and disregarded the fact that she lived outside his natural territory.
And then he got into difficulties as a result. We know that he fled on foot, but he didn't run back towards the university corner. He ran out east towards the city airport. That's a distance of 3 miles. Why?
Perhaps he has a place out there somewhere? A lockup or a storage unit or somewhere he changes or keeps a vehicle.
Patrol of CCTV cameras along his route from the Shankill out towards the airport has offered up these images. No clear view of his face. The possibility he has a beard. I'm getting some video stills produced.
Well, he anticipated that we would use human scent dogs, and he crossed a stretch of water. I believe he took the murder weapon with him. The search for that weapon is still ongoing.
Truth is, we're pretty much run out of time on the search for the weapon. We've searched miles of the roadway on the route we think he took, right up to the water's edge where the scent dogs lost him. We've run a line across from that point to where we think he emerged. We're searching both sides of that line, but the water visibility is nil. Weeds, refuse. My divers can only work by touch. There's deep mud too. Basically, we've run out of time and money.
It's been 10 days now, and there's been some speculation that the killer has stayed true to his word. That he's gone away, that he's stopped. I don't believe that it works that way. Remember that there is a cycle that he goes through. After an attack, there's a cooling off period. But then the deviant fantasies start to kick in, and the pressure starts to build. Remember, it's an addiction. He takes his fantasies and he turns them into reality. That makes him feel superior to the rest of us, mere mortals. And as such, in his own mind, he feels he has the right to decide who lives and who dies. In order to do the terrible things that he does, the killer dehumanizes his victims. Let's do the opposite. Let's keep them alive. For us, for their families, friends, work colleagues, for the public. Let's keep them alive until this man is caught.
God, you frightened me. How did you get in?
Your side door was unlocked.
What are you doing here?
Why'd you say those things to Sally Ann?
What things?
Things about me, you and me.
What things?
You know what things. I told you to stay away.
I have. How was I supposed to know she'd be there?
Why are you trying to make trouble for me? Sally Ann now thinks that I attacked you that night in the study.
You did?
She thinks I raped you.
She thinks we've been having an affair for months. Where did she get that idea?
I don't know.
Yes, you do. You told her.
Why would I do that?
I've been asking myself the same thing.
And?
Katie? Are you okay?
Yeah. This is Paul.
Oh.
I'll be up in a minute.
You sure?
Yes, I'm sure. Why are you staring at her?
I'm not.
She's not your type.
I don't have a type.
Liar.
I'm not lying.
Dark-haired, beautiful.
Katie.
Why would you lie to your wife? What are you covering up?
You're playing a dangerous game. I came here to tell you to stay away from my wife and my children.
The police officer on the television said the killer clipped a lock of hair from each of the victims. You had a lock of hair in your study.
I explained that. It was my mother's hair.
I saw the footage of you at the park, in Botanic Gardens.
We go there all the time. It's Olivia's favourite place.
It's also where Sarah Kay went to meet her sister every Saturday lunchtime.
What are you saying?
You said it, not me. There's a strangler on the prowl.
And you think it's me?
Sally Ann called me that night to babysit because she couldn't get a hold of you at work. Then you came home in the middle of the night with a cut on your face. You were all weird.
If you think I'm a killer, why aren't you scared?
I am scared.
Are you?
Yes.
You think I'm gonna strangle you?
Yes.
And your little friend upstairs? Do you really think the killer would identify himself so easily? Grow up, Katie. I'm just a husband, a father, a man with a profession to protect. Keep your crazy theories to yourself and stay away from my family. I'm Paul Spector.
We're finished here, ma'am.
Can you give me a couple more hours?
I don't know, ma'am.
We'll find the money.
Livy, 10 minutes till bedtime. Brush your teeth.
Dear Olivia, I'm sending this letter to you all the way from Scotland via Pixie Post. I looked all day and all night, but I couldn't find your dollies anywhere. It makes me think you took them with you when you left. Are you sure you checked your suitcase carefully? Have another look. Check the front pocket. I will see you very soon, and love you best in the whole wide world. Daddy. P.S. The Pixies prefer letters they deliver to be kept a secret.
Is this true?
Oh, it's in the paper. It must be. What do you want to know?
I did the autopsy on James Olsen.
I know, you showed me the pictures.
I had no idea that you had a personal relationship with him when I did that. There were scratches on his back, consistent with marks left by fingernails. Fresh marks. The most obvious explanation was sex. And that suggestion was put to his wife, and she said she was not responsible.
I see.
And at no point did DCI Eastwood suggest that visiting you in your hotel room was part of Olsen's timeline. So the marks went unaccounted for in my report.
I'm surprised by that.
By what?
By Eastwood withholding that.
You didn't ask him to?
No.
So was it you who made those marks? I don't feel sharp.
Not anymore.
How did you come to meet him?
I saw him on the street at a crime scene. I thought I would be in Belfast for a week, maybe two. I didn't think he'd be shot the next night. I'm sorry he's dead. I really am. But it was one night. It didn't mean anything.
Excuse me, Mum. The divers might have found something.
Mummy. I need the bathroom. I need to do away.
Ask Daddy.
Where is he?
I'm so tired, sweetheart.
Hear you?
Don't wake Mommy.
Delta 7, roger that. George's Market, northeast of Monroe. Shot fired. Currently moving. Suspect seen. Down the way. Roger that, Delta 7.
Are you a friend of Mummy's or Daddy's?
Your Mummy.
What's your name?
Peter.
Peter Piper. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers that Peter Piper picked? That's called a tongue twister. You try it.
Peter Piper picked a
peck of pickled peppers.
What's the pickled peppers that Peter Piper picked?
Do it again, but do it faster.
Peter Piper picked the
Peppers.
What's the pickled peppers that Peter Piper picked?
That's really good. Just not too loud. We don't want to wake Mummy.
Why are you sleeping?
I'll find somewhere. Where's your room?
I'll show you.
Where's Mummy sleeping?
In there.
That's nice. I'm sorry.
Me too. With me now. I want to talk to you. I don't want to have to hurt you, Rose. I don't want to have to hurt your beautiful family. But I will. I will if you scream or cry out when I release you. Do you understand?